The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, here comes Victor Bolden. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Detroit! They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Detroit! Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Caught by Nelson left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old, reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it right there. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And it's up and good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Bolden on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And onto the field here come the Panthers.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Airing it out for Olsen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And that'll make it 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll set up a throw, and that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And now look at him go. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Funches with a catch over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
Detroit!
Back to throw. It's caught right side. It turns. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Looking to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down.
Detroit!
Back to throw again. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. David Johnson here on the catch. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Hut!
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals have broken the tie. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. More from the desert after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Breida. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Here's Breida. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll look to throw here. The 20. Caught left side by Funchess. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gun! 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 Gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kayvon Webster there to make the tackle.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run again with Breida. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
As you tell me all the time, Brandon, mark that play down. That should be a tie game. Instead, a great job by the guys blocking it. And, boy, they've got to have a great lift going off the field.
And the further it happens in the game and here in the second half, it just gets more magnified. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jordan Leggett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Basham, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has it.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football.
It's caught at the 10. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 49 yards. They'll look to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Funches has it complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game. And now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got him in, complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's going to, and this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Dante Moncrief, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now Bolden on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And caught left side, Olsen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
He got 29 yards that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Call it a gain of 5. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chandler Jones able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Check, Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll set up a throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They give it to him running left. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And that's going to be caught by Funchess for a Carolina touchdown. Devin Funchess, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Gano out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Caught by Nelson left side. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
He's back to throw. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
He'll look to throw. And the tight end Olsen, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, and you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit. Detroit.
Back to throw. And a 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Their number, can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Of them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's Andy Lee now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.